All over Hong Kong, you see the graffiti, Chinazi, meaning that totalitarian communist government isn't really a whole lot different than a totalitarian Nazi government. They do precisely the same things. It is just the fear mixed with hope that somehow the fear won't be realized is all over this march. At this point, I've seen that it's too late. I better get back to the airport because I have to fly out. And so I begin to walk back past the marchers. Coming up here, you'll see a Taiwanese flag. And of course, Taiwan, the island nation, 100 miles or so, or several hundred miles off the coast of mainland China, certainly realizes they could be next. I just wish, there's the Taiwanese flag. I just wish the rest of the world realized that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, and they're not the only ones who could be next. And this line, I certainly didn't see the front of it, and I walked back for some time to see the end of it. Lots of American flags hope that we could do something. Not sure that we can, of course, but there's a lot of hope that somebody will come to their aid. And here, all of a sudden, I come to this place where the march ends, and there's a wide open space, lots of police and riot gear, and then all of a sudden I start to see and hear the tear gas canisters. Caught a whiff of it, more than a whiff. All of a sudden I was surrounded by the smoke and got out of it, and people were very kind to come tell me to breathe, and luckily I had a bottle of water so I could pour that water into my eyes to relieve the pain from the tear gas. These signs are everywhere, of course, commemorating what happened 30 years ago with Tiananmen Square, memorializing the people who were killed there. And here is a sign celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Chinese Communist Party and their 70 years of rule in China. And the march stops here. This gentleman is seen. Cheers go up. Boy, it was you just get a spark when you see him up there. And he had been up there a few minutes before, which is why people had stopped, and which is why I was trying to film to see if he was going to come back. And he comes back. He's got a couple compatriots there, and of course they're scratching out the 70th anniversary stuff, and here he writes, anti-Chinazi. One of their chants is 5 demands, not one less, and people are aware of the extradition bill that finally they withdrew, which would have allowed people who were accused of a crime to be dragged over to the injustice system in mainland China. But their other demands are important too. They want a commission to look into police brutality. Well, it should. They want a retraction because the government accused them of being rioters when they were doing completely peaceful protests at the beginning of these 18 weeks. They want amnesty for protesters who have been arrested, leave no person on the protest field. And then they want universal suffrage, the ability to elect their own leaders in real, free, fair elections. Freedom and democracy. It's not too much to ask.